Planning a fishing trip shouldn't feel like a full-time job. With FishingBooker.com, you can find and book the perfect fishing trip within minutes. FishingBooker.com connects you with trusted fishing captains around the world. Booking is fast, easy, and secure, with access to verified customer reviews, loyalty rewards, and around-the-clock customer support. Everything you need to book with confidence is in one place. So head to FishingBooker.com and start planning your next fishing adventure today.
Suffering from dry, tired, irritated eyes? Don't let dry eyes win. Use Systane Pro. It hydrates, restores, and protects dry eyes for up to 12 hours. Systane Pro. Triple action dry eye relief.
Well, all right. Welcome back to the Survival and Basic Badass Podcast with Kevin and Chuck. Today we're going to talk home fire safety.
Yes.
Now,
Super
does that
boring,
mean
right?
that outside my fire department it's like Fire Safety Week, check your smoke detectors, and are there free coloring books for everybody?
Free coloring books for everybody.
Guys outside
You gotta
with
supply your
boots
own
on
crayon.
the corner?
Yeah.
Well, maybe it's not that week, but it's the week the badasses tell you about what you can do to prepare your home for a little fire safety.
All right. Well, let's start with talking about smoke detectors.
All right.
When you get a smoke detector, you should basically take a magic marker and write the date you get it on there.
All right. Now, a lot of them say, like, I always break them apart trying to figure out how to change the battery.
Yeah.
And turns out most of them don't even have batteries anymore. Well, they have a battery, but it's
you
like a
can't-
built-in
Right.
10-year and then throw it out.
And when it's doing that like little beep every 15 seconds and you can't find it and you're going upstairs and downstairs and then you finally find it.
That's your
And you
smoke
can't
alarm?
get the battery out and you smash it with a hammer and it won't stop beeping. That's
it could
the one
be
we're
because the
talking about.
kitchen's on fire. Because my kid just experienced that where, oh, it keeps beeping, so I should take a broom handle and just keep smacking it,
Smash it.
and then eventually it'll stop. Because I thought it was so urgent, I stopped the noise. Not I put out the fire,
Put the fire out.
call the fire department, get out of the house, any of that. No, it's let me smash that to stop the beeping.
Right.
And then, oh, you should go buy a new smoke detector.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
So that is an option.
All right. But you should replace your detectors every 10 years.
10
your
years
batteries
is what
every
it
1
says.
year.
Okay.
And I try and do with my smoke detectors, I try and do all the batteries at once. If one starts beeping, I know it's going to be not long before the next one starts beeping.
that sounds
and
accurate.
some of them might be dead enough that they don't even beep.
Now, another thing, I think maybe they're doing away with the batteries because they're all freaking 9 volts, and like they even make 9-volt batteries anymore.
Right. I have a stockpile of 9 volts, though.
Yeah, you were ready?
I'm a
You were ready
obsessed
for
with
Y2K
batteries
and you
Um,
had your 9 volts?
That's always my thing.
All right.
Now, you want to mount it near your ceilings because smoke rises.
So they say like
That's where it's
outside the
gonna go.
bedrooms is the key?
Right, outside the bedrooms, right at the top, right at the top of the wall. In the basement, I have them up on the ceilings directly, just right into the upstairs floor. Let's talk about fire extinguishers.
Now, a lot of people don't have fire extinguishers in their house.
And a lot of people don't have them and don't know how to use them.
Yes.
So, fire starts, pull your pin, point it towards the base of the fire,
Base of the fire is always the key.
and in a sweeping motion,
Woo!
extinguish the fire.
Now, there's 3 different letters that might be on my fire
Oh, no, there's
extinguisher.
5 now.
5?
There's
I thought it was
5
A, B, and
letters.
C.
Right? No. You thought that. That's not anymore.
All right, what's
A,
going on?
That's
A,
the like a wood fire.
wood, paper. Yep.
Paper, anything like that. You can extinguish that with a water fire extinguisher.
All right.
Don't get a water fire extinguisher because they're not
For-
good for a whole lot.
They're good for
Except
wood
for
and
wood.
paper.
Yeah. And I mean, if a person's on fire,
Not great
perfect.
for grease. Not so great with electricity.
What do they call that in the Navy when I was taking the fireman's course? The screaming alpha when a person's on fire. A for alpha. That's it.
Nice.
Class B fire. Bravo.
All right.
That's gas, solvents, grease, oil, things like liquids that'll
You
spread.
don't want to splatter up on you and
Nah,
burn you with grease.
you don't want to
and-
use
yeah.
water on that. You can use CO2 or dry chemical
Okay.
extinguisher. Class C fire. That's an electrical fire.
That's an electrical.
Right.
Now, a lot of them, you can buy an extinguisher that's A, B, and C.
And C. And we'll cover you for everything.
And they're good for all
Because the
those.
other two letters are kind of BS.
Now, tell me about these other two letters.
Well, all right. D is combustible metals. Not really a thing. Unless you store like large amounts of mercury near
Or
your
you're on the
fireplace.
Forestall and one of those planes catch on
The
fire.
Forestall is exactly the one.
That's
Yep.
where they were like, break out the D fire
Because
extinguisher.
it'll just keep burning underwater. It'll just keep burning.
Turns
you
out
need
the
a
planes
dry
with,
chemical.
I don't know what it was, magnesium motors
Magnesium,
or
yep.
something? Yeah.
Yeah, I said mercury earlier. It was
I think
magnesium.
it was magnesium.
Yep.
But either way, just push those planes off into
Just
the water.
shove them right off the side. That's a dry chemical extinguisher is what you
Okay.
need for that. And the fifth letter is K for kitchen fire. Now I don't know why they added this one because it's basically like
ABC.
your grease, you know,
Yeah.
like a grease fire in your pan or something like that, which is it's
a bee?
basically a B,
Yeah.
you know. But whatever they say to extinguish that with baking soda.
Yes.
I actually store my baking soda over my stove,
I think
so
I
I
do
won't
as
be able to
well.
get to it.
Yeah.
So that's just maybe I should relocate my baking soda.
No, but I want to see if my microwave catches on fire. Is that correct?
That's correct. Good thinking. I like the way you're thinking.
See?
But you can use a dry chemical extinguisher on all the fires.
Okay.
They're a lot more expensive though.
They are, but I mean, you're still in that like $29 neighborhood for a little one.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you go to like Sam's Club or
Right,
something.
right.
It might even be 2 for $29.
And if
I don't
you've
even
got
know.
your little extinguisher there, you can stop a big problem before it gets big.
That's the thing, you got to catch it early.
Mm-hmm. And you know, most of the time when a house is destroyed by a fire, it's not the fire that destroys the house. It's the 15 fire trucks that show up and hose it down
And the
with thousands of
50,000
gallons
gallons
of
of water.
Right.
Yeah.
They just keep spraying it, and your entire house is just a wet mess.
Now, another thing they talk about in the schools or when you get the fireman comes and gives you the coloring books, they talk about having an escape plan
Right.
for your house. Now, how many of you out there actually talk to your kids and we're like, you know, I know you're like, oh, stop staring at your iPhone or whatever.
Right.
But did you ever say, hey, if there's a fire, where are you going to go? What are you going to do? You know?
Well, that's number one is know your route.
Know your route. So it turns out we have a law here in America. that-
America.
It's okay. Relax.
Yeah. No, I get excited. I'm sorry. I'm super patriotic.
I just
what can
saw
I
an
say?
eagle fly across the room and scream. So when I said that, so the thing is, you all rooms in America, all bedrooms have to have 2 exits.
Right. By law.
Now that could be a door and a window, but it has to be a person can get out of.
Right.
window.
Escape from 2 different directions.
No,
if your
it-
hallway's on fire.
It can be on the 3rd story, and that still counts.
Yeah.
But you know, whatever.
Make sure your window's open. A lot of windows
Painted
of older
shut.
houses, they're just painted shut. You can't
And
open
tell your
them.
kids, you know, if they're going to burn to death, it's all right to just throw a chair through that
Right.
window.
You can smash a window
You just
out.
break that shit out, right?
Yeah.
You do what you got.
House is going to burn down anyway at that point.
But maybe if your kid's in like the 3rd floor bedroom, maybe you set up some kind of ladder or kind of way for them
Right.
to work it out.
And if you're on the 2nd floor, I don't know if this is this is probably good advice on the 3rd floor too, but you're going to still get fucked up. But if you're on the 2nd floor,
you hang.
you hang. Right. You get out out the window, you hang from the sill,
And
and
just
then
hang
drop.
on there as long as you can.
Right.
And, you know, maybe somebody
Maybe
will
someone
come
will pull
get
you back up when they put the fire
Yeah.
out. Who
That's
knows?
not exactly what you were going for.
All right. Stay low to the ground
All
when
right.
you're escaping a fire. Heat rises. The smoke inhalation is really bad. The hot particulates
It's
get
a
in
lot
your
of bad
mouth.
shit when you burn all the crap in your house.
Right. You can if you can get like a T-shirt or something that's wet and hold it over your mouth, that'll filter out
It
some
really
of the
makes
smoke.
a decent amount of difference.
check your doors before you open them. Feel the doorknob. You know, if it's hot, you might not want to open that. You might want to go for the window. Flames coming underneath the door.
Go in
Yep.
there. No.
We've all seen the movie Backdraft. There could be a puddle of gasoline in there.
If you see like the smoke and the flames start to come out the bottom of the door, and then it sucks back in.
Yes, you're in trouble. Don't
That
open
was
it.
totally that movie Backdraft. That's a no-go right there. Or what was that show that everybody watched after the Super Bowl? This Is Us.
I don't know anything
One
about
of these,
that.
something. It was like a year or two ago. I don't know. Somehow bad things happened to the guy.
Oh, in
we
the
won't
fire?
Talk about. Well, you're not supposed to tip.
Oh, I didn't want to ruin it for
That might be a spoiler. So,
excuse me.
Hey, if you're watching that show, don't listen to Kevin. All right, just so you know.
All right.
It is like 2 years old. I think you're all right.
All right. I wasn't going to watch
But
it
it was
anyway,
kind of
so
a
it's all
big
right.
deal for people. They were a little worried about how did he die? Oh my God. All right. Anyway, a little off task.
Right.
But
Now, they say avoid the stairs because it works as like a chimney with all the heat and the smoke going up. Now, obviously, that's a serious fire at that point.
yeah.
But, you know, do you? You know? Try and put it out before it gets started. But if you find yourself in a... And actually, this happened to a friend of mine was talking to me about this. They were staying at their parents' cabin.
Okay.
They had the grill going outside. Turned it off. The grill malfunctioned, though.
What?
And even though they turned the gas off, or they turned the grill off and not the gas, and it was still burning, and then somehow combusted and caught the siding of the house on fire. House on fire. They were upstairs taking a shower together. They weren't married. This is saucy stuff. He went outside to get, you know, whatever it was.
Marijuana
And
choice?
he's, some sort of reefer, maybe. I don't know. But if they're having
if they're
premarital
showering
sex,
together, right?
yeah,
Exactly.
Jesus. So he saw the fire, and at that point, it already, you know,
Was going up.
was
the
going
side.
pretty serious.
Yeah.
And so he ran in, grabbed her. They ran out. The house just burned the fuck down.
He didn't grab a Class A fire extinguisher.
She was stuck outside with nothing but a towel.
Woo!
Which, I mean, you know, fornication has consequences.
Yep. You know, I think that's God sending him a message right there. Yep. Yep. I see what he did there.
Yep.
So here's the thing. Actually, I can see how that could happen. Turns out I'm a bit of a griller myself. And it's been known that if you have like a fatty steak or something like that, that grease drips down and those flames can get pretty hot in the grill. Mm-hmm. And a lot of us on the lazier end of the spectrum keep our grills pretty close to the house. Kind of right outside the door. So you can walk out, do a
I
little
finally
grilling.
moved mine out a good
Yours
ways,
is a couple
but
feet away. I think mine's... I moved it away from the siding, but it's still right in front of the deck.
yeah, it's right next to
There's a
the
deck railing issue
the
that
wood
I may have.
wood
So,
deck.
anyway, on several occasions I've come out and found the grill to have flames coming out the back, even though it's closed, coming up maybe a foot high. Mm-hmm. And one time I did come out and some kind of black char marks on the deck and flames, you know, a good foot and a half kind of up the side of my deck. And I'm like, oh shit.
That's a fire.
And then I moved it like 6 inches out. I'm
Right.
like, yeah,
Now you're
I
safe.
should be a little more careful. You know, whatever. So all you firemen out there might be like, what the fuck? But, you know, hey, teach
Shit
his own,
happens.
you know? That, you know, hey. So that's where I can leave that story. But it does happen. And on the vinyl siding, it just burns that shit right up. That plastic burns like
Once it catches, man, that stuff just goes.
it really can, just right up the side of the house. So something to be aware of. Maybe don't leave that grill unattended. I'm not saying that's what I would do, but I'm saying that would be good if you cared about your house and your family and that kind of thing.
Yeah, that kind of nonsense. Stop, drop, and roll.
Yeah?
When you catch on fire,
But not with gasoline. Well, I mean, you still do it, but it really
It won't
doesn't
go
go
out.
out when you have gas all over yourself.
yep. I actually just built a pond in the backyard
Just so you can run and jump
so I
in
can
it
run
when
and
you're
jump
on
in
fire.
it. Yep.
That's smart.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know, sure, pouring gasoline on a fire, possibly not as smart as it sounds.
Yeah.
And
It always happens. When you put gas on an already burning fire, it's always way worse than you think it's going to be.
Well, you always think,
it's
like,
just a super bad idea.
I don't see any flames now, so it's pretty much
so
out.
it's all right.
I should be good. And then just, and then it goes right up.
Right. And
you're
then
like,
you have no eyebrows.
You have no eyebrows. So somehow the gas ends up all over my pants.
Okay.
So I'm like, well, I'm smart. Stop, drop, and roll. Fuck that shit. Dude, it just was like they were burning. And I'm like, and so it ended up I had to like put my hands on it and just snuff it out.
So now you have burnt feet and hands.
I'm yelling at the kid who, I'm like, I may have told this story, but whatever. I'm like, go get your freaking hose, whatever. It won't reach. I can't pull it. I don't know. I don't want to stop watching.
Super entertaining.
The entertainment value is huge. So I'm patting out the fire. It goes out, but I have no hair on my arms at that point. And, it's a little uncomfortable. And I'm like, yeah,
I can see that.
that's awkward. And I'm like, that's it. I'm not doing that anymore.
I also have lit myself on fire at one point. I'm not going to get into that story because it's kind of embarrassing.
It turns out.
It involves drinking.
Well, that's always
the case.
There's, I don't know if you remember.
I was not like a grown-ass man with kids, though. So.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, but I started having kids young. So,
All right.
There was, I don't know if you remember, there was a comedian, Chris Titus or whatever, had a show, Titus, whatever, for a short time. And so he had these, I don't know, I was listening to a podcast or something, and he's telling stories of comedy, whatever. And he's like, yeah, I was at this kegger and whatever, and I passed out because I was drunk standing next to the fire and just went both hands right into the fire and, on the coals. And he's like, I had big bandages. And I'm like, oh. So that's the kind of shit you want to avoid.
I actually once met a man with no face.
Because he also fell in a fire?
That's what he had a seizure and fell into the fire.
Who hasn't seen that play out?
It was awful. So stop, drop, and roll. You're going to want to shield your eyes and mouth with one hand when you're stop, dropping, and rolling. If you're going to try and put a fire out, like somebody else is on fire and you're going to try and smother it with a coat or a blanket or something, you want to smother it downwards instead of upwards towards their face.
Yes, I've heard that can be a problem.
All right. So that pretty much completes the fire end of this.
Fire safety.
Right.
All right.
Right. I want to talk real quick about a news story that I just read. This was yesterday, it came out. Lake Mercer. It's a lake in Antarctica.
All right.
That's 1,067 meters deep through ice. There's 1,067 meters of ice between the top to when you get to the water. They drilled all the way down because they thought this would be a good idea.
Smart.
Drilled all the way down and started pulling up mud from the bottom. They found some sort of spiders and what they in scientific terms, what they said was crustacean type things. Whatever that means.
That's lobster.
They also said something that might be a worm.
Nice.
They also found the Thing. We've all seen the movie where in Antarctica when they dig up the Thing and it's an alien and it makes your body split into different people.
This is Kurt Russell.
And then and the only way to kill it is with fire. I'm just saying maybe that's not a good idea. Scientists do scientific things, whatever. But I still believe in the Thing. Aliens are frozen in that lake. The end of the world is coming. So, just a heads up. Watch out for the Thing. Don't trust anybody that doesn't have have fillings in their teeth. That's how they could tell.
Really, that was the key.
Because they couldn't replicate the fillings.
Smart. All right. So with that, another amazing episode. Kevin wants you to shoot him an email if you have great ideas for a podcast.
That's right.
Well, a podcast episode that relates to all things survival. share your knowledge, anything you want to tell us about your favorite episode. You know, in about a month and a half, we're going to be coming up on our 200th episode.
Ooh.
About 2 months, I think.
Should we do like email
I'm wondering
questions?
if listener questions. Now, it's still a little bit ways out. We'll let you know when it's time to start sending those in, but start thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
Let that stew around a little bit.
Right, and if you have hate mail that you want to send about the podcast we did last week about Washington, we've gotten a couple so far.
We have gotten some hate
Love
mail.
the hate mail.
Kevin does love the hate mail.
Mm-hmm. Send it over to us at preppingbadass@gmail.com.
All right. Now, what I've never figured out is why, if you hate something, are you listening to the podcast? Why wouldn't you be like, these guys are a couple of cucks? Is that what the guy called us?
Yes. Somebody called us Abbott and Costello.
Nice.
But I think they meant that in a negative way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, losers. Jersey Shore sounding.
Yes, I do remember the Jersey Shore.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So, I mean, I'm down for all that shit. I think it's great. I love it. And I will even email you back in a polite manner.
Now, would I be more like the situation or more like Snooki?
I think we're both kind of snooky.
It's a
Let's
sad
be
day
honest.
for America.
We both want to be the situation, but we're both snooky.
But we're both Snooki, huh? All right. Well, Jersey Shore, you know.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah. And I think, with a couple of fist bumps, we're going to wrap this episode up.
Sounds right. So with that, stay safe, and we will talk to you guys on Saturday.
Planning a fishing trip shouldn't feel like a full-time job. With FishingBooker.com, you can find and book the perfect fishing trip within minutes. FishingBooker.com connects you with trusted fishing captains around the world. Booking is fast, easy, and secure, with access to verified customer reviews, loyalty rewards, and around-the-clock customer support. Everything you need to book with confidence is in one place. So head to FishingBooker.com and start planning your next fishing adventure today.